But let's take a look at one particular stock, which is Aurobindo Pharma. Now, remember that Aurobindo, as well as the unlisted company Intas, had been engaged in a war to buy out Teva's European assets, and that war seems to be over. Sources with direct knowledge share with CNBC TV18 that Teva's European assets have been bought by Intas Pharma at $775 million. They pipped Aurobindo Pharma, which we here had paid around $600 million, substantially lower than the offer price of Intas, which is, remember, backed by the private equity firm Temasek. So deep pockets there and a lot of firepower coming. While on the side of Aurobindo Pharma, it is debt-laden, and therefore it did not go ahead with a higher offer. We do gather that Intas, in an all-cash deal, is expected to buy out Teva's European assets, and that deal announcement is expected shortly. Let's take it across to our in-house pharma expert Ekta, Batra, who's joining in on the phone line, also to explain what it means really for Aurobindo Pharma. Ekta.
Hi, Nisha. Thanks for that. Well, actually, it should be a relief rally for Aurobindo that we will see tomorrow. And that's simply because when there was this entire bidding process that Aurobindo was undertaking with Intas on these particular Teva European assets, there was a lot of concern that maybe they would need to dilute equity. There were talks that maybe the QIP could be to the tune of around $500 to $600 million. And there was concern that they're going to possibly have $1 billion additional in terms of syndication of debt, and hence increase the balance sheet pressure on their books, which was around $600 million already. So with this actually not going through, we could possibly see a bit of a relief rally coming in for Aurobindo, because the near-term overhang of a possible QIP dilution as well as balance sheet concerns would then be negated. However, there is always that risk that will they go ahead with a QIP? If they do go ahead with a QIP, what will they use the money for? And if in case Aurobindo is looking at inorganic expansion, then it doesn't matter if it's Teva's European assets or it's another asset. They will eventually build up debt on books. So yes, a near-term overhang is averted, but one will need to see the trajectory of Aurobindo's plans, especially in the inorganic space, going forward.
All right, Ekta, thanks so much for giving us this analysis on how it's going to impact Aurobindo, and that could see a relief rally. Of course, it would have been a large transaction, close to $1 billion, and that kind of debt was detrimental for Aurobindo, is what the investors and the analysts feel. Of course, debt has been a concern for the company in the past as well. And in Europe, how many companies can really do well? Some analysts say that Intas has managed to really perform well in Europe, and they could do the same with Teva's assets as well.